most rewarding part of my job is when you find that you can tap into something that someone's never spoken about before, like guys that are going through breakups or they're abusing drugs or something like that, and they know they're doing something wrong, but they don't know how to fix it. Loads of guys coming in don't know how to deal with heartbreak, or even how to sort of level up and be a better partner for their missus.
Or fella. You want to say be a better man then, don't you? Stop yourself. It's meaning that sustains people. It's meaning and responsibility that means that when you do lose your job, which, don't get me wrong, it is catastrophic, it's awful, but it's meaning and purpose that gets you through that and keeps pursuing it.
The less you attach your life to external things, the more you've got to go internal. And the internal things are what give you meaning, definitely. The connection to your children, to your partner, to the greater good is what gives you meaning.
I just saw a video put out by The Guardian, and this is a new low of male tag by The Guardian. You know, they pretend they're putting out an olive branch to men, but that's full of thorns, and they're backhanding you with it. You know, if you listen to how they think men should be better men, what is it? What do they want from us? They want us to pander to women more. They'll say women and children, but children, as we all know by now, are extensions of the woman. If men want to be better to children, they could adopt them and tell the women to take a hike. But they don't. It's about the woman. These guys are supposed to have purpose in their lives. What's the purpose that this Guardian article is talking about? Is it, we should clean up the environment or go to the moon or something along those lines? No, it's how do you get together with your girl? You know, these girlfriends are, by the way, and women, they're not under the same scope. They don't have to be good to their men. Doesn't matter what they do. They could be wretches. They're fine by this Guardian article. But the men, they have to, like, they're talking about the relationships. And this man, I don't want to call any mangina or any of these silly names, but here he is, this guy. You know, he's as masculine as a man they could find. Basically saying, you know, so he doesn't get to be called soy boy or any of these other names. You know, they can't say, oh, he can't be a male feminist. He's so masculine looking, you know, tattooed head to toe with the bald head and the muscular build and the masculine face. It doesn't matter. It's all the same in the end. And The Guardian talks about Jordan Peterson. This just proves to everybody, or should, that Jordan Peterson being a trad-con is no different than being a male feminist. They wouldn't talk about him or mention him if he was actually saying something that was against the feminist narrative. This is pro-feminist narrative that Jordan Peterson goes for. It's men get off the couch, get in line, and start working for some woman. If she rejects you, then you should be ashamed. You did something wrong, and you should just keep trying. And for what? This woman. Now, I'm going to say what these clowns will never say, and that is, you really should find purpose in your life. But your purpose could be gardening for yourself. It could be staring at the wall. I don't care. Maybe you love staring at the wall. That's your business. That's what being a free human being is about. And you definitely, at this juncture in history, don't put it to a person, a woman, you know, because she's not going to appreciate it. She expects it from you. Look at The Guardian speaking for women, saying, you know, I don't have to change a damn thing about myself, the women saying this, but you have to be a better guy. In other words, you've got to pander to them even harder. And if they want more, you've got to deal up more. That is not living your life. Not for you. That's not giving you purpose. That's you living for another human being who, guess what, will never reciprocate. The Guardian has been hitting men with feminist, ideology for a long time. And then they're going to pretend that with this video that they're on a man's side by using tradcon ideology, which is the same thing as feminist ideology. It's all the same, gentlemen. It's just to hook you in, make you a servant, and if they decide that they don't like you, if they can beat you around and abuse you, and they can toss you aside, and you say, well, I was a servant, and I did whatever I was supposed to. You can't even say that because they expect you to keep on doing it. I am not for that. I'm for you to find real purpose for yourself. And it's not going to be pandering to the opposite sex in any form or any way. It really does have to be for you. It's going to be something you really are charged about, that you like, that will benefit you directly. No surrogate involved. No boomerang. It's not a ricochet off a tree. It's going to be for you. This is what I suggest to you. This is what you need to do. And you know something? You may not need purpose. Here's a crazy idea. Some people, some guys, actually don't have a longing for purpose. You could argue everyone does, or maybe they're rare, whatever. But really, some guys are happy with doing what they're doing. So why go through hoops? If I were you, I would also let the Guardian know, because I certainly did. Men should not be fooled. I see a lot of losers in the comment section of that video that Guardian put out, bragging up their usefulness. All that tells me is if you become useless, all of a sudden you are, society can toss you. And they'd have a right to, because that's what you wrapped your well-being around. That's what you wrapped your identity around, being useful to some woman. As soon as you are, fall down, get crippled or something like that, you can be tossed out. No, you are a human being. That's the only purpose you need to do, is live your life. And say, screw these disgusting Guardian people, for lack of an appropriate word. All right, thank you everyone for listening.